Hello everybody, this is DeMarr here. Just wanted to do a little walking and talking this morning. Pretty excited about today. It's a beautiful Thursday. There's drizzle rain coming down as I walk, and I'm actually loving it. I love the Northwest when there's drizzle rain, and I love it when it comes over this direction in Utah. And I was yesterday, what I want to talk about yesterday, a friend of mine said to me that failure is not an option for him. And as I was thinking about that, it really made me think pretty seriously about what he was saying. And I told him, I says, failure's not an option on the end result for me either. But what I did say is, I says, failure is part of the process of getting where you want to be. You're going to go through a lot of failures to get to the successes in your life. And you see, most people look at failure on one end of the spectrum and success on the other end. What they don't realize is that's not how it works at all. You have a starting point, and then you have your end result that you want to accomplish. And as you're moving towards those things that you want to do, or those successes, you're going to have a lot of failures along the way. There's going to be things that cause you to stop and pause. There's going to be disappointments. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be a lot of these failures along the way that you're going to have to go through. And as long as you recognize, or we recognize, that those things are going to happen, it's going to help us on the course or the destination that we want to accomplish. If you don't believe me, look at every successful spiritual leader of our time. Look at all the successful athletes of our time. Look at all the great financial minds and successes of our time. And if you look at them and you listen to their stories, you'll hear great failures in their life. Some of them great tragedies of failure, and they moved past it. They moved through the failure to get where they needed to be. And so, you're gonna run into failures as you're trying to get to where you want to be. It happens to everybody, and no one is an exception to that. So it's important to understand that and move through it. I kind of like look at it as like an airplane that's trying to get from LA to New York. The pilots get on the plane, the passengers get on the plane, they set their instruments, they take off, they start flying, they set the course, they put it on autopilot. Then they decide to kick back and go to sleep until they get there. Well, if they do that, even though they've set the course, there's a lot of things that hit that plane along the way. A lot of things. The jet stream may be different than the last time they went, but if they fall asleep and don't look at the instruments and watch what they're doing, they will never make it to New York. Never. And so what has to happen in what they do is they correct their course along the way. They look every so often of where they're failing, and they adjust. So it's not the failures that stop you from getting where you want to be. It's how you react to those failures as they come into your life. And that's how you need to look at those failures. And that's how I've been able to look at things, look at the failures. For example, there's been times, I've been married 29 years. And, even today, I have to make adjustments to maintain a strong and healthy relationship. A few weeks ago, I was being stupid, and I was failing. I was failing to listen to my wife. She wanted me to express some things, and I wasn't listening. And then she wanted me to do some things that would really help her out, and I didn't do them. And there was some activities and stuff that were going on that I didn't participate in, and stuff like that, and I was failing. And Now, if I didn't correct that, not tomorrow or the next day or the next day, but years down the road, if I would have kept in that direction and kept failing in those areas, Evelyn and I would have been so far apart that it probably wouldn't have been, there'd been too much damage, and we wouldn't do it. Now I'm talking about years down the road. So what I had to do is I had to evaluate the failures or the things that I wasn't doing, or the failures that she was recognizing. Say, okay, how do I correct that? And I did, and we got back on course. But that's how you have to look at your life. Look at the failures is not a bad thing, but a thing that you have to go through, and look what you can do. Evaluate it. If things aren't going the way you want them to go, and something hits you like a ton of bricks, evaluate that and say, okay, what can I do, or what activities can I do to change that? Now sometimes you can't change it. You just have to move through it. You have to get through it. And when you get through with it, the rewards are phenomenal. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that this morning, and I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you at the top of wherever you want to be. So talk to you later. Bye.